There's definitely an irony to a social media account called Discussing Films blocking all replies because they don't want to have any discussion about this post that they made. And this is all concerning the upcoming HBO Max series on Harry Potter. And in their posts, they say known phobe J.K. Rowling is now reported to be an executive producer. This is coming from an article in Deadline that was released today. And I got that article pulled up right here from Deadline that's talking about some of the early processes to the upcoming Harry Potter series for HBO Max, or just Max if that's what you prefer. I still think that's bad branding, but whatever. They're a private company. They can do whatever they want. Here, let's just take a look at this article, what they are actually referencing in that Discussing Film post. We hear the first round of pitch meetings happened in Los Angeles this week, and sources said that the top choices will go on to the next round in the UK. It is unclear how involved Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who lives in Edinburgh, Scotland, has been with the process, but she is expected to be involved with the decision-making on the series, which she executive produces. A lot of this hate being lobbed at J.K. Rowling just has to do with the fact that she has the controversial opinion that men can't become women, which was honestly settled science up until about 15 minutes ago. But despite all that, it really hasn't been effective. I mean, she doesn't care. And she's even said that she's willing to go to prison because of her beliefs, because in the UK, they have wrong think laws. So if you think the wrong things, then you can be thrown in prison for that. But the woman is a billionaire or multi-hundred millionaire, so I'm pretty sure she's not afraid. However, they're still trying to destroy her livelihood because they just can't stand that even though she agrees with them on probably 99% of all issues, she strays away on just this one issue. And because of that, no, she's wrong. It's wrong think. You need to get rid of her. You can't ever associate with her. And you just know it pains these people because they grew up loving Harry Potter and the Harry Potter franchise. And it just kills them inside that the author of this franchise that they love disagrees with them on this one issue. And yeah, they need to do something about that. And the fact of the matter is they just can't do anything about all this, which is all the more reason why you should never, ever try to appease these activist type people, because you can never appease them enough. And if you so much as step out of line just a little bit, they'll do anything that they can to destroy your career and your livelihood. Fortunately, when it comes to the culture war, these people are losing, and losing pretty badly. They were able to infiltrate a lot in the past decade or so because a lot of people weren't paying attention. But now that the light is shined on them, it just goes to show people are overwhelmingly rejecting what they have to say. There was open calls to boycott Hogwarts Legacy, for instance, and not only did that not work, but it probably had the backlash to that where people did the opposite thing, where they're buying it just because these people are calling to boycott it. And as a result, it became the best-selling game of the year. Now, they just couldn't stand that this game was being so successful, so they were resorting to openly bullying, harassing, even in some cases threatening streamers who were wanting to stream the game or were talking about streaming the game. And really just disgusting behavior on the part of these activists, which further exacerbates all the backlash against them. And we saw how successful the Harry Potter franchise is. It's basically completely immune to these people and immune to all these online activists. And I think in their minds, they don't understand how this can actually happen, because it just kind of goes back to that initial tweet that I saw about this from Discussing Film. These people block any dissenting opinions. They don't want to hear what other people have to say. They just want to hear what the group thinks, because in their minds, those are the only valid opinions, are the people within their own echo chamber, and anything else can just be disregarded. Fortunately, we've been seeing more and more of these companies just outright rejecting these activists out there, because for a while, I think in their opinions, or at least in the minds of these companies, these vocal activists made up the majority because they were just so prominent on social media. But when we see certain things like box office results, it just goes to show that these people may be really loud on social media, but they're definitely not a paying customer. That's not to say that these executives at the company don't want to push messaging, because I believe there are some people there who are trying to do that, who are view themselves as kind of activists. But they inevitably have to respond to the shareholders, and they still have to make money as a company. And if they want to continue to be in business, then they have to do something that the paying customer wants, which is to get rid of all that overt messaging and all the shoehorned in diversity and stuff that they've been doing this last several years, and go back to making entertainment content that the general audience actually enjoys.